What is going on, guys? Today I'm going to be running through the entire guide of the bronze pack method. Right now, it is probably one of the best methods that you can do if you are willing to grind a little bit more of the menus and not necessarily want to play a massive amount of gameplay. I've been seeing everywhere that gameplay is just not everybody's cup of tea, and most definitely this is going to be a perfect way for you to make some coins, get some cards done, and just kind of just stay off the game that little bit until maybe a patch, maybe you just fancy it, or you do get your player that you want from an SBC. So in terms of the methods, there is a couple of ways that you could do this. You've got either completing all of the SBCs, or you've got some coin making. So there is a few different ways, and I'm going to be showing you what to do. So I will go over a few packs to start with. Obviously, there is different league SBCs and different SBCs that you can utilize most of the players in. And the one thing when it comes to the method is don't worry about the initial investment. Say you put 50k in. I'd say you'd need, to be honest, you don't even need that much to start with. I reckon you could start this method with 50k. As much as you can get, that is going to be the most beneficial way. But obviously, you are looking to make coins back as well, and we will go through all of that. So as you can see, when we're going through some packs, some of them might not make no money. It literally might be a complete flop for 15 packs, and then suddenly you make 2 packs that get 5k each. It is what it is. So to start with, when we look at players like this, the Turkish League is a league SBC, and mainly the players that you're looking for in the bronze packs for the SBC side of stuff are going to be these players right here. So we have got the Liban Suds, we've got the Turkish and also CSL, which is the Chinese league. We have the MLS and EFL, which is the championship, and obviously the MLL. Predominantly, that one will be a handful of bronzes, but mostly gold as well as 74 overall. And then we also have the Saudi and the Pro League, so Saudi League and also the Belgium League. So initially, they are going to be the players that you want to be looking for. I thought that was going to be a special then. And then we do have the major leagues. That is naturally going to be one that will be always viable because it is the premium league. I wouldn't say you need the bronze packs as much for that, unless we go through a few of the teams. So I'll show you right now. So we've got Swedish, probably not going into anything. We do have an Espanol one, which is La Liga, and also Ligue 1. So Ligue 1, straight away, I personally go with Nice as the SBC for the major, so anybody else can get gone. So for instance, that one's made the packs back, and if you want, you can get rid of players like this. So he would go for 200. I'm going to get rid of him as I'm trying to make some coins back as well, and I don't necessarily need him in this one. I'm mainly going for untradables rather than necessarily tradable cards. I believe is that one. No, that's just a rare. So we've got centre forward Italy, and naturally managers would be a good one as well. I'm hoping to be able to find one at some point, but there is a few managers that still go for the 5,000. Managed to get a Serie A. We're going, what, 300? I would say you could go for 350, and it depends on your price budget. You either necessarily want to go for the quick coins or the long hold. So if, for instance, there was only one for 400 and one for 350, if we go for 350, likely chances you would sell them eventually. If you go 300, it's called undercutting, and you'll naturally, or you should technically get sold first, but it's not always the case, I can tell you that for free. And we also have some sud players. These haven't really gone massively in price. There may be a handful that have, due to the fact there might be only so many in a specific team, but to be honest, most of them haven't really gone too far up. But not only do we have the upgrades from the SBC, from the mixed league upgrade, we do have bronze and silver upgrades. So once you've kind of gone around quite a few and you've managed to kind of stack some players, as you can see, none of these are in the leagues that I said previously, so they are more than happy to go into this SBC. There is no other reason other than maybe a random daily upgrade at some point or a daily challenge SBC, but the likely chance of that and holding a specific card, you might as well not. With them bronze upgrades, they will give you 2 silvers, 1 rare, 1 non-rare, and you'll be able to finish off this. So again, we've gone with the same principle. There is no difference. Major leagues you want to keep, and then also you want to be keeping some of the leagues from the mixed. They are the only kind of 8 teams, or say like 10, 12 teams, because there's 2 in each now, that you really want to kind of keep a hawk eye on. From them SBCs, you should be able to get these 2 packs right here. And I believe there is a leak for another one to come out, which will give us more players. So if you remember from last year, if you played last year, you will have SBCs that give you 3 or 4 silvers, even up to 6 silvers, as well as then 5 gold commons, which are going to be this, but absolutely on steroids. With this one, we've managed to get a Belgian player as the rare, which is perfect. Great for the League SBC. And then we've got an Espanol 2 keeper. Again, daily challenge, marquee matchups. or it can go back into the silver upgrade, which will give you free commons. This is kind of the whole process with the bronze pack method, and it's the bit that it does take a long time. Don't get me wrong, it's not necessarily quick, but that is the whole point of the game. So for instance, from these, because I've got quite a lot of players, naturally we're going to have a lot untradeable, and this is what I want to do with them. So we've got a La Liga, and we've also got a German one. So if we head out back into them SBCs, I forget that we can do it from the shortcut, but if we go into the SBCs and go into upgrades, we have got, I think I've got it in my favorites as well actually, we have got the premium mixed upgrade. So from this, for instance, the two that we have is La Liga and Bundesliga. So let's complete them and show you what you can do. So that is the first one finished, La Liga. We've got our player in there and we can complete that off. Obviously, it does require other players, but if you're already getting duplicate untradables, we should be able to get that done, not a problem. And there we go with the second one. We've got the striker in and we've got a small prime gold pack from it. And this would always be from the bronze pack method. This is where it kind of goes and starts. And what we could do with this is kind of the secondary effect that we can make coins back. So for instance, with the small prime gold players, we do actually get it as tradable. So if we do manage to get anybody good, a Ferland Mendy would be perfect there. I don't know if that's Baka, potentially. Oh, no, it's not. But in terms of what we can do with these now, is we could sell absolutely everybody. This is going to give us some coins back, because naturally, if you are trying to actually kind of do this with very little coins, and you've managed to grind up as much as possible, this is where we can kind of get the extra tradable stuff back. So for instance, we might find some players that are a little bit more on the pricey side, and we'll find some that naturally just don't really give us much value. But the one thing I would say when it comes to these players, you managed to get an 83, 84 at the moment, especially with all of the SBCs we've got. That is going to be perfect, either tradable value or untradable value going forward. Managed to get an Enzo in this one, which is an 83. Again, it can be put into more upgrades. So for instance, for these, we got nobody that's tradable, or at least duplicate. Then we can go ahead and put them into an upgrade. So we have multiple options of them as well. This is going to be an all year round thing. So at the moment we have the 83 times 10. Does require an inform, but 83s are going to be perfect if you've managed to get one as well. We then have the 78 pick. We also then have the 81 double, I believe, still. So we've got the 81 double and also the 80 double. So there is multiple things that we can do that naturally then go into a base icon, a base hero, SBCs, icons, all of that kind of and above. So for instance, I've got, what, did I get 3 rares there? I don't even know what I got. So I did get 3 rares, so we've gone with the 81 double. I don't have an inform for the 83 times 10, so this is the next best thing. And that is the whole point, is recycling everything. We've seen many streamers, many top-end YouTubers talking about the kind of, I think Nick 20AT said it quite well, with the no man left behind. It's boring, don't get me wrong, but it does allow us to get cards like this. We get a Tony Kroos in this. It's an 86 that doubles everything up. So we've got 2 83s, we've got an 81 that we had to give up, and then the rest, which are gold rares untradable. Then we've managed to get an 86, which can then go into more. And it all starts with the bronze pack. It's a beautiful thing that does make you coins at the bronze pack, but also later on down the line as well. The way that you can kind of continue to do this is literally just by doing it. There is no other way other than actually just keep on completing stuff. We haven't got a manager yet. I want to say France and Brazil are the two, but there is definitely more that you can go with as well that might be random. So when it comes to checking the bronze packs, I personally check most managers if you already don't know them. So for instance, if you've got a Chinese manager, 9 times out of 10 they're not worth the value. It's predominantly major leagues and then potentially certain managers as well. So once you get very familiar with that, it should be very, very easy. So as we check through everybody, some players might again be worth more than others, but sometimes you'll find that there's no value in a few of them. Mainly again, major leagues, major nations with different leagues, and it all depends on the marquee matchups and daily upgrades. So from the bronze pack specifically, we saw like the bronze upgrade and the silver upgrade. With obviously the prime mixed, this is what we're going to be able to do in the mixed upgrade. So we went ahead and completed every one of these. So for instance, with this one, we've went out and bought 2 extra sud players to finish off one team, which you need 6 of, and we've managed to finish that one off. We've then obviously finished the rest of them with as many bronzes as we can. So for instance, with the Saudi, we went with a few gold from the Belgium League, as they do have quite a lot. I must admit, the Saudi League do have a lot of golds as well. But that's something new this year, obviously buying quite a lot of players. They've managed to bump up their kind of gold factor already, and it means that more golds we put in, or at least more high-end silvers, the more bronzes we can put in. With this one, it's the top one at 74 rated, and yet we've still managed to get 4 bronzes in there alongside a few golds. Obviously, we've already finished the Turkish one, so I couldn't finish that again. From completing this, you get a small rare gold pack as well. That, again, is going to be leading straight round in a circle. So we've got the 4 packs. Again, even with the mixed, sell anything that's tradable. So you've got the small prime and then the Turkish League one, which I'll have a look what it actually is in terms of a pack. Sell everything. Untradeable is what we keep. Anything tradable, get rid of. No matter the value, we've got even here. We'll sell for 200, we'll sell for 250. You want to be making all of the coins back, even if you've got a lot of coins. It's going to be the best and most efficient way to keep your coin stack nice and high and eventually not run out. So this is always going to be the perfect way to grind these around, and probably sold that guy a little bit cheaper than I should have them, but we move. Then we've got MLS. If you are really struggling potentially with League SBCs on this, maybe keep some of the silvers or golds that do help you go around rather than just having to buy them. But I'd say that's a very, very last resort. But then we also have a premium gold pack. I don't think that's going to give us too much. Scottish could be a left back. If it's going to be Robbo, it's even better. Most definitely isn't. We'll keep all of this. Again, we go with the manager. We know he's not worth much, so we'll get rid of him straight away. If it's a player, we can kind of, again, utilize what we've got. This is a small rare gold pack. English striker be Bayern Munich. Oh, it's Wilson? Yeah, Wilson 82. Not the greatest, it is an 82, but again, we have more players with this one. We've got tradable, we could put them into the transfer list for later. And then final pack, we get the premium mixed, which is going to be a good bonus between everything. So we get an Argentinian silver rare, which means we've got all commons here. But again, we can utilize these everywhere. So obviously with these, they're going into the bronze upgrade. Bronze upgrade. Then we can obviously do the Sud with that one. We've got a championship ready for the second round. German 1, that's women's German 1, so that's not going to help us. So silver upgrade. Then we've got silver upgrade again, I suppose. Prem, we've got, I suppose, gold upgrade, or we can go with a 78 plus, 81 plus, and then obviously Mandanda again will go with it. But then also, just as a little extra as well, because this is all just going round and round and round, we do have the icons as well. So every icon is going to have 2 packs that you can do with bronze and silvers. They are rare, you get a small silver players and a free gold common. These are just extra upgrades that you've got to do to finish off all of the icon. It's just natural what you've got to do, and it's an extra little pack. Unfortunately, they have changed it from last year, so it was meant to be 2 rare gold pack. They were beautiful, it was easy, we got tradable stuff back. Whereas this time round, they've lowered it, and unfortunately, they more than likely are going to give us the most icons we've ever seen. But again, with this, they are... Is that an Inform? No, I think Inform's gold, isn't it? No, that's a Sud. Ah, that would have been beautiful if it was an Inform, because literally Informs at the moment are about 45k. That would have been absolutely incredible. So again, with this, we follow the same pattern. We go with 250. We just keep looking at everybody. We'll go 250 again. We've got a Sud that potentially I could use. So for me, I'm going to keep him. And then naturally, if you wanted to kind of keep making coins, you would sell him. And same with the Lib. Just because I'm doing the premium upgrade, I kind of need some higher rated Lib and Suds. That's going to be perfect for that. And then we also have the free common gold. This could give us Informs. It's very, very unlikely, but it most definitely can at a very kind of low rate. So that would be absolutely immense. And again, we would sell all of these golds off as they are tradable, and naturally that just keeps our coin balance going. The one thing is, there is no pattern, there is no limit that you can do with this. It is as much as you want to pump in. The blue thing gets me every single time. That is going to be so confusing during team of the season or team of the year, but hopefully it's a different color. But naturally, you just want to keep going until you physically are bored, because naturally it will be a bit of a grind, but it is so worth it when you really get them payouts. And mainly it's going to be from finishing SBCs, but just from a simple bronze pack, you can go all the way into the heights of finishing icons, finishing upgrades. You saw it firsthand. We've got 83s, we've got a Tony Kroos just from finishing off bronze upgrades into silver upgrades into 81 doubles. And naturally you're doing that all by playing the game, but also keeping your coin balance nice and topped up. We can finish off most of these SBCs just with a bit of a grind. I'm not saying it's quick and I'm not saying it's easy, but it is as simple as that. And it's just more down to how much time you're willing to put in. So let me know down below if you need any more help, and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.